So the full Spend Yacht Club Phase 2 mint is live, and today I've got Riley here on the channel who's gonna give us a little overview of the project and a little rundown of the roadmap, where they started, where they're at, and what the future may bring. And I am very happy to have you on the channel, Riley. Yeah, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you for having me, Noah. I'm excited to be here. I love what you do. And for Full Spend Yacht Club, we're currently, like you said, we're in our pre-sale phase 2. And it's a pretty big moment for us to be here. We've done a lot of work to get here, including, getting our artwork made. We've hired engineers to help plan and build our future full-scale data center where we're going to do all of the mining. We've done a lot of developments for our dashboard, which is actually going to be coming out here soon, the full-scale dashboard. Awesome. Where everybody can see how many otters they have, how much mining power they have, the rewards they got to claim, all that great stuff. And so it's been a crazy awesome journey getting this far. I think the main focus for our project has always just been to keep it as simple, straightforward, and to do the one thing that we're trying to do, which is put mining power in everybody's hands, make it super affordable and accessible, and also provide the most mining power per dollar. And we do that by, doing things like putting 90% of our mint funds directly into mining, which is huge. That results in us, being able to offer the most amount of hash rate per NFT so far, which is, super exciting. Yep. We're also, we've been working on developing immersion cooling so that we can overclock the miners and get an extra 40% of mining power out of them, which is also a huge thing. So our roadmap has been pretty simple, and we're trying to keep it that way. Just develop everything we need to develop for mining, keep up to date with all the new miners, and just keep working towards getting those miners. And we're at that point where we had our phase 1 pre-sale, which was on very short notice, just to try to get some, there was an opportunity to get miners. So we, dove in, did a early pre-sale, and it went great.
Oh yeah, this was also why you postponed the art reveal, or why you don't have the art out right now, because you had the chance to get into the first batch of miners.
Yeah, exactly. And so we didn't want to rush the art and then end up with a less attractive collection than we intended, but we also didn't want to miss out on this amazing opportunity that came with the KA3s being released. So that's also similar to what we're doing with phase 2 of our pre-sale, where we're expecting another round of KA3s to become available within the next few months. And so once again, we didn't want to rush the art. We've been trying to make our project as valuable in every aspect as possible. We think that our otters are really relatable. They're, the traits that we're coming up with are, super awesome and relatable, personable. And so we didn't only want to have a extremely valuable utility that comes with it, but we also wanted to have every other facet of the project as valuable as possible. And part of that is we want to have around 100 to 150 traits that all work really well together, so that it can all work. And so we're kind of doing the best of both worlds, where due to the high quality and high detail of our art, it is taking a little bit longer. But of course, we don't want to miss out on that amazing opportunity to get the most profitable miners in the world that became available. So, we succeeded at getting those miners, and we're excited. Yeah, we're excited for the next batch as well.
So if anyone wants to mint an order and a mining NFT, how does he do it? And where does his KDA then come from? Better said, how does your facility look right now? And how can a holder see it, know how this works?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Of course, that's a great question. And so we're currently minting on our dashboard. We released our first module for our dashboard, which was the pre-sale minting. So everybody can go to mine.fullspendyacht.club and they will be able to connect their Kadena wallet. We have support for X Wallet, Zelcore, and Chainweaver. So anybody with any of those wallets can go onto that dashboard and mint. And as far as our side of the things, how we're gonna, keep up with our promise of getting mining power to everybody, we're currently utilizing my current mining facility, which is a little smaller than we'll be at when we're at full scale. But it allows us to optimize the early stages of what we're doing without having to reach a certain threshold, or we don't have to reach 1,000 NFTs
Yep.
sold or 2,000 or anything to be able to achieve what we're doing and keep up with our promises. So when you mint, we take the funds and we prepare them, transfer them into USDT, which is what Bitmain accepts as payments for the miners. And then we just get ready and talk with our connections at Bitmain and wait for those miners to become available. We put our deposit down and then we start prepping to host the miners and distribute rewards to everybody.
Awesome. What's the full scale, forgot the word. What's the full scale farm gonna look like?
Yeah. The full scale data center is we're gonna the goal is to build a little bit of extra space so that we're future proof, so that we can continue to buy new miners as they come out. And that's another great aspect of our project, is that we call ourselves a sustainable mining project. So with a lot of other projects, you buy their NFT and it's a contract to own a portion of a miner, but they don't have a lot of plans to replace that miner at the end of its life and give you mining for the life of your NFT. And so for us, we're going to be holding 20% of the mining power and using that to purchase new miners, so that we can not only continue to mine for life and give these benefits for life, but continue to buy new miners and potentially increase the rewards, and also combat the difficulty increase that happens with mining. A lot of times you see new miners come onto the network, and that increases the difficulty for solving the blocks and getting the KDA rewards that get paid out. And so with our model, we'll be able to withhold some of those funds and keep scaling. And so our full scale data center is going to be a immersion mining facility. So that means that we're going to take all of our miners and dunk them in tanks of liquid, which are specially formulated to keep these miners cold. And it does a lot of great things, like expanding the life of the miners, so you can get anywhere from 5 to 10 years, which usually they last around 3 to 5. And so the full scale data center is going to be a bunch of immersion tanks stacked up, and we're going to build a little bit extra space so that we can hopefully offer hosting to our NFT holders. So if they have a miner that they want immersion cooled, they can send it to us. We'll host it for them. And it'll also have space so that we can, continue to purchase new miners and build into the future.
Yep. And I think what people also should really understand is that sustainable mining, as of with NFTs now, is really possible, because Kadena's mining plan is also ongoing for 120 years. And just now with Bitmain and DK3 miner coming out, things are gonna grow, and we are already seeing, as I've already said, the terahash, or go from gigahash to terahash and do 5x, and we know the miners are profitable. So you should really check out those mining NFTs.
I was just gonna say, it's really exciting too. With Pact and all the smart contract technology that we have, it makes the sustainable mining a lot easier, where you don't have any potential for like mismanagement of funds or anything like that. We're going to have smart contracts that automate all of the basically accounting for the income of the mining. So it'll distribute the rewards to everybody automatically. It'll withhold everything we need automatically, extract enough to pay for electricity automatically. And that removes the potential for any human error because, you know, or anything to go wrong like that. So it's really cool that NFTs and smart contracts are enhancing and enabling a truly decentralized, autonomous way of mining, and we can come together and benefit from what normally takes you know, multiple millions of dollars of one person to get to that point where it's that efficient. So super exciting, and it's awesome to see this technology kind of creating such amazing opportunities.
I also had a question which I think fits pretty good right now, as you mentioned, Pact and those smart contracts, because all of this is also made possible with Kadena's technology. And there may be people out there asking, why should I buy a mining NFT instead of just cloud mining via a website? What's your take on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. And we are very similar to cloud mining, where you buy your NFT and that allows you to rent portions of real miners through staking. However, the main difference is that because we utilize smart contract technology and we are a decentralized autonomous organization, we're able to be far more profitable because, you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but simply it's we're not in it for our own profit. We're all coming together to create the same equal opportunity for each other. And that's also why we put, you know, 90% of our mint funds directly into mining and use the other 10% for development, and you know, don't keep anything for our founder or anything like that, just because, you know, we're trying to create something together instead of it being a company that is selling you a service to make money off of you. Instead, you know, we're similar to a cloud mining, but it's a decentralized organization where we all have equal say.
Yep, it's decentralized and safer. This is what I also like to tell people. This is blockchain technology where the unnecessary third party is not being used. And another question, because you said your NFTs got 5.5 terahash net, I believe. How much is it before that? And then it gets to 5.5, but I also read that it's for lifetime, right?
Yeah, and so it is for life. And from the get-go, when you purchase the NFT, we're doing it in batches. So for a phase 1 pre-sale, when you purchased into phase 1, when we get we place an order for what we raised in phase 1, and once we get those miners, they'll all go live, and everybody that was in that phase will start earning rewards, and they will automatically get that 5.5. There is going to be a 3-month phase where we hold 50% of the income to further the developments of the project. And that goes back to the putting 90% into mining and keeping only 10% for developments. The idea behind that is that if we take, say it's $100,000 for developments, and we take that and use it for the developments, after those developments, obviously we're going to have a bunch of great things like our dashboard and all these other things. However, there's no real way to recover that $100,000 that was spent in that development. So we came together and decided that collectively it's better for everybody if we spend that $100,000 on miners, and then keep some of the rewards from it. Yep, we keep some of the rewards from it, and then after that 3 months, now we have all of those miners that we were able to purchase, and that increases the hash rate instead of some projects that are taking 15-20% for development. And so we're really focused on the long term versus the short term. And, that's one of those things. So super exciting. So kind of to circle back and re-answer the question, as the second you buy and the second we get those miners from that batch, your hash rate will go live, and you'll start earning, those rewards.
Mm-hmm. How long is phase 2 gonna last?
Phase 2 is going to last until we have the chance to place another order. So we're expecting that to be anywhere from a month to a few months. So probably in the 1 to 3 month mark.
Oh, your NFTs are 5.5 terahash, but as you get more miners, do you plan on increasing the terahash or keeping that 5.5 for life? I mean,
Yeah, so we're definitely going to attempt to increase it as much as possible.
I mean, makes sense in long term.
Exactly. And one of those biggest things is going to be getting into immersion cooling. So currently, my current facility doesn't have the ability to support immersion cooling. So we're kind of figuring out a plan for the most cost-effective way to get into immersion cooling the soonest we can with the smallest amount of NFTs sold, so that we can get this hash rate boost as soon as possible. And that hash rate boost will look like about 40%, just based on typically what power supplies can handle and stuff. We'll obviously have to do real world tests on the KA3s and, get those final numbers out. But we're estimating that could look like anywhere from, 7 to a maximum of a maximum of 8.36 terahash. So we could see up to, that 8 terahash, which is huge. And it's also great that alongside that 8 terahash, we get to see these miners will last many, many years longer than, basic air cooled mining. And it also helps with keeping the maintenance costs down, because you don't need to clean them to make sure that any debris that got sucked in through the fans is, not blocking the cool air coming through. It's all submerged. So you just, keep the tanks closed, filter, have a filter in it. So then it keeps it super simple, and there's a lot less room for error and a lot less upkeep cost, which is great. That means more money coming into all the holders' pockets.
When immersion cooling, is the sound completely off of the fans, or is it still loud?
Yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off. So when you immersion cool, what we do is we remove all of the fans from the miners, which also makes them more efficient. So it's less power consumption, which is also more profit. But with that, we remove the fans and use a water pump to pump the cooling liquid through the miners. And the trade-off comes that you then have to take the water and put it through a dry cooler, which is basically like a radiator in a car. So there's fans that push air through a radiator, and then the liquid goes to the radiator and gets cooled down and then comes back to the miners. And so it does negate all of the noise from the miners, but then you also have a dry cooler with some big fans that is outside of the building. So it is a lot less noisy, but you still have that dry cooler with the fans. But, compared to hundreds of ASIC miners, it is drastically more quiet and
more efficient,
and a lot more efficient.
And all of that for, as you said, $299, or is it? $299.
So in the pre-sale, we are doing a special to help us get off the ground and launch, where we give $100 off. So it's $299 in the pre-sale, and once we sell 2,500 NFTs, it will be raised to our standard price of $399. But and it's super incentivizing to get into the pre-sale, because when you look at the math behind having $100 off, over like 5 years, the ROI becomes almost 2 to 3 100% more just because you put $100 less in. So then you make your money back because you get the same amount of mining power. So you make your money back a lot sooner. And I think currently it's about a 4-month return on investment. So with the KA3s at the current market price and, mining difficulty, it comes out to about 4.2 months to return on investment, which is crazy. That's all. I think that's over 200% APY, which is just immaculate. And mining has been one of the main ways people make money in crypto, where year over year, the people who come out on top are those that are mining. And because, we have a saying in the mining world where it's all green when you're mining. Even when the days where there's red candles, it's all green when you're mining because, you're generating new coins.
Yeah, bro, I'm so fascinated about mining, and yeah, bro, mining is awesome. What can I say?
I think mining is super empowering, where life is, and I think this is what we all like about crypto as well, where it has the potential to make a big change in the world, but it also allows us to be more financially free, where there's so much that comes from having passive income and having a way to make money that's sustainable, and not only sustainable, but adding value to the world, where especially our project is decentralizing cryptocurrencies greatly, where now you don't have to spend $5,000-$10,000 on a miner and then spend another $5,000 to $10,000 to upgrade your electricity and make sure that all this stuff is set up, and then install a bunch of fans so you're not overheating the miner. It's really cool. And by doing this and supporting mining and becoming a miner, you're helping facilitate all of the transactions and all of the other projects that are built on the Kadena network. And doing that is, super cool. Not only that you get to help yourself, but you make it possible for a world of transactions and economic greatness to happen, all the DeFi, everything. So it's really cool. And we're extremely excited to see the impact it has on people and see how people's lives change, and hopefully also have a big impact on the world, where crypto becomes more and more mainstream, and we help facilitate that and bring awareness to the masses. And yeah, it's exciting.
And if you also do the math from let's say the NFT, which now costs you 299, and you look at how much hash rate you get, it is and it can get more than actually buying a miner. So I think people will understand how powerful mining NFTs are, because they are. And alone with mining, we are already seeing heating solutions and stuff being done with the energy that gets converted from those miners. And I think we are going to see a lot of this. And if you also consider renewable energy, I think this really has the potential to actually change the world and all of that. So I think mining is going to be huge. Kadena mining is going to be huge. As I said, the 120-year mining plan, Kadena gets greener when scaling. Stuff you can do with NFTs too. It's gonna be great.
It's really awesome. And there's two things you said, and the first one was about how it can be more profitable and you get more mining power by purchasing one of our NFTs. And we did the math where once we get to the point where we start immersion cooling and overclocking the miners and getting an extra 40% out of it, because we only take 10% for development, it actually becomes more profitable and you get more mining power when you actually purchase one of our NFTs, because that 40% increase, if you look at the dollar per hash rate, when you buy a KA3, it is what it is. But then when you apply a 40% increase to that hash rate, you'd pretty much have to be spending $500,000 to $1 million to make it the most cost effective to get into immersion cooling. And you know, if we had $500,000, we would most likely already be mining and, you know, on our own with a huge facility. And so it's really cool that us coming together using DAOs and NFTs is enabling us all to get access to that without having to, you know, put in so much money and have such a big risk and all of that stuff. And another thing you said was the stuff about renewable. And that's another really cool thing about our project is because we're a DAO and because we're sustainable, we can all come together and vote on a bunch of cool things. And one of the things we've all been discussing and we think we're going to do is putting a percentage of the mining income into actually becoming self-sufficient for our own renewable energy.
Great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, which not only will, you know, increase the profitability for everybody, but it'll be, you know, a huge thing for Kadena's green mining initiative. And I think they're even doing different financial benefits if you are mining green, which, you know, it's huge for everybody. And it's cool. I think we calculated that if we put only 1% of the mining income into buying solar panels and becoming renewable, that within 5 years, we would be able to be fully self-reliant on our energy, which is super cool. And it's only 1%, you know, it's not too terrible. And, you know, you make that 2%, 3%, then you're looking at, you know, 1 to 2 years to become self-sufficient, which is gonna, you know, average solar panel is, you know, 10 plus years for a lifespan, which is you're going to be making a lot of money back just on, you know, the energy that you save. And also, you know, there's the environmental impact, which is super awesome.
Yeah, I think mining is gonna deliver so many two-in-one solutions for so many different problems. I think there are so many things that we don't even know about, like stuff that's gonna happen. So I'm very excited for the future. And if you want, I see we have 4 minutes left before this is gonna stop. So if you want, do a quick recap maybe of the project, where to mint, how much, so people get to know.
Of course. Try to keep this quick. So of course, we're Full Spend Yacht Club. We're a mining project that focuses on being the most profitable and providing access to something that would otherwise not be reachable, which includes, you know, immersion cooling, which enables you to get more hash rate per dollar spent than you would be able to get on your own. We're currently minting live on mine.fullspendyacht.club. If you go into any of our social media links, we'll have, you know, the dashboard for minting linked there. We're supporting Zelcore, X Wallet, and Chainweaver. So if you go and click through to our minting dashboard, you'll be able to connect your wallet, choose how many you want to mint, and go ahead and mint them. And we are currently in our pre-sale phase. So when you mint, you'll get a placeholder NFT that will then be exchanged for the actual NFT in about 2 to 3 months. We're actually looking to potentially make that a lot sooner, but currently we're only capable of saying 2 to 3 months. So we'll be happy to, you know, we welcome you all. We're happy to be mining with you all, and come check us out and, you know, get some of this awesome mining power.
Yep, I really see a bright and green future for you guys. This all really makes me happy seeing all of those projects come up, especially those mining projects, what they did with the Kadena community and what mining awareness it brings. And I really like it that Kadena is starting to grow with mining projects and mining back in mind. But anyway, if anyone still has any questions, feel free to comment some down below, or you can check out the Full Spend Yacht Club on Twitter or Discord. They'll happily answer you all the questions. And I'd say thanks, Riley, for joining. Thanks you guys for listening. And yeah, this should be it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Noah. And everybody watching, make sure to support Noah. He's doing amazing things for a lot of great projects. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, follow him on everything, everywhere you can find him. Make sure you keep up to date because he brings the greatest content, and you know, we're super grateful for everything he does, having us on here. So just thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Just trying to learn.